It's 7 in the morning here in Dayton, Ohio. Or at least, I think it's 7. My old battery clock keeps drifting, so I set it against what's left of the daylight. It's cold inside this little building, colder than it should be for July. The wind outside keeps scraping against the metal siding. It sounds like fingernails on a door you don't want to open. I can see my breath in here, even though it shouldn't be that cold. It hasn't rained in 3 days, but the air feels wet. Heavy, like you're breathing through a wet rag. This station runs on an old backup generator that my dad left behind when he retired. I've been feeding it whatever gas I can get my hands on. If this goes quiet one day, you'll know the gas ran out or something worse happened. I keep the door barred because I've seen people outside looking desperate. I don't blame them. It's been 10 days since everything died. I don't even know where to start. 10 days ago, I was here at the station like I always am. My name is Liam Ford. I'm not a big radio voice guy. This station was just a local AM channel. We used to play old songs and talk about weather, the traffic on I-75, local football games. None of that matters anymore. Everything changed on the 20th. I don't even have the right words for it yet. Pretend you've just connected to this frequency. What do you tell the world in 15 seconds? Around 9 in the morning, every phone in the building started screaming. Not ringing, not vibrating, but this horrible feedback noise like the speakers were about to explode. The screens all went white and then black. The studio monitors, the computers, even the small screen on my coffee maker just blinked out. I thought it was a power surge, but the power was still on. Outside in the parking lot, cars were honking like crazy because their alarms had all gone off at the same time. Then, they just died. I went out there with the other people from the strip mall across the street. Everyone was standing by their cars, confused. It was quiet except for this low hum that you could feel more than hear. It was like it was inside your chest. A woman was crying and holding her phone, hitting the power button over and over. A guy in a UPS truck opened the hood like that was going to help. Then the sky. It was clear blue. And then, I swear to you, it was like the color just drained out of it. It went pale, not like a cloud, just pale like washed out denim. And for a second, there was something moving way up there. Not a plane. Not clouds. It was so far up, you couldn't tell what shape it had. It made the sun look dim, like a shadow had passed over the whole state. I remember thinking about my brother because he works over at the Wright-Patterson base. He always said if anything weird ever happened with the sky, get inside. So I went back in the station. By the time I got to the studio, all the power was gone. The lights, the computers, the coffee pot. The only thing that worked was this old radio board because it's analog. I don't know what happened next in the city, but you could hear it. That sound of panic, sirens at first, and then nothing. Around noon, I went to check my truck. It was dead too. Nothing. Keys in. Nothing. The whole road was filled with cars just stuck. People walking around like they'd just woken up from a dream. By the evening, the grocery store was packed. People grabbed everything. I grabbed a couple of gallons of water and whatever cans I could carry. I came back here and locked the door. I thought it would pass, like a blackout. The first night was the worst. No lights anywhere. The city just turned into this dark pit. And then there was that noise again. That low hum. It came and went all night long. Every time it came, people outside started screaming. Some of them held their heads like something was inside their skull. I haven't slept much since then. It's not just Dayton. 3 days ago, someone from Cincinnati came up the highway on foot. He said the same thing happened down there. No power, no signal, no news, just silence. He swore he saw lights moving in the sky at night. I think we all hear it now, even when the air is quiet. This whispering under your thoughts. You can't put words to it, but it's there. It's like when a song is stuck in your head, but you can't remember the words. There's no internet, no phone, no TV. I don't even know if anyone is listening to me. Maybe this just bounces off the dead air. But if you can hear me, I'm going to keep talking until I can't anymore. They say there's something out there, up above us. Some of the people from the base made it back into town the second day. They were in plain clothes, but you could tell they were military. One of them came up to the door here late at night. He didn't come inside. He just stood there with his hand on the glass and whispered, "It's not a weapon. It's not from us." Then he walked away into the dark. I've been trying to piece together what's happening. There's no government on the air, no weather alerts, no emergency management, nothing but silence. Food is already running out. People are breaking into stores. I saw a house burned down yesterday because they were cooking on a fire in the living room. No one came to put it out. I can't shake what that guy said. It's not from us. And I can't shake the way the sky looked that day. If you're out there, if you can hear this, start collecting clean water. Don't trust the tap. If you can find an old battery radio, use it. Stay off the main streets at night. I don't know how far this goes. For all I know, the whole world is like this now. I'll stay here as long as I can. The generator's running low, so I'm going to shut this down soon. I'll try again later today. Before I go, I just want to say this. If you're alone, find someone. If you're scared, stay put. If you see lights in the sky, don't look up. I'll be back if I can. This is Liam Ford in Dayton. It's later now. I don't know the exact time because the battery clock stopped a few hours ago. I just woke up on the studio floor. I think I must have fallen asleep sitting here talking to nobody. The cold wakes you up. The floor feels like stone even though it's just cheap tile. My mouth tastes like dust. The generator coughed out for a bit earlier, but it's still running. I've been rationing it, turning it off for a few hours and then back on. There's this faint smell of gas in here that sticks in the back of my throat. Every time I smell it, I wonder if I should just open the door and let the air in, but I keep thinking about how quiet it is outside. It's not a normal quiet. I went out this afternoon to check around the station. There's a supermarket 2 blocks over. It's empty now. Every single shelf. You can still smell the rotten meat even from the parking lot. The glass doors are all shattered. It looks like everyone just pulled the place apart. There are shopping carts overturned in the street like somebody tried to make a barricade and then just gave up. On the way there, I saw a little boy sitting on the curb by himself. He couldn't have been more than 7. He had this little backpack on, and his sneakers didn't match. One was blue, and the other was red. He wasn't crying. He wasn't even moving, just staring at the pavement. I tried talking to him, but he didn't say a word. I couldn't bring him back here. I couldn't. I still feel sick about leaving him. I don't know where he went. Everything is breaking down faster than I thought it would. Without trucks on the road, nothing gets restocked. Gas stations are all empty. The credit card machines are dead. Even the pumps don't work. It's like the whole city has turned back 100 years overnight. And there's this thing with the sky again tonight. When the sun went down, the horizon glowed like there was lightning in the clouds, but there were no clouds. Just flashes of green light so faint you would think you imagined it if you blinked. And then, like last night, that low hum started again. It's hard to explain. You don't hear it with your ears. You feel it in your teeth. It gets inside your chest like a slow drum beat. I saw 3 people standing in the middle of the road with their heads tilted back, mouths open, like they were sleepwalking. One of them just dropped to their knees and stayed there. I didn't stick around to see what happened next. When I came back here, the hum followed me. Even now, I can feel it under everything, like someone is pressing a finger into the back of my skull. I keep thinking about my brother. I haven't heard a word from Right Pat since that first day. The base is only 20 minutes from here, but it might as well be 1,000 miles. If there's anyone who knows what's happening, it's the people over there. There's a rumor going around that on the second night, a cargo plane came in low over Dayton with no lights. People swear they heard it crash somewhere east of here. I don't know if it's true, or just people making things up to make sense of all this. I wish I had something solid to give you, something like a plan, but I don't. If you're out there and you still have some way of listening, you need to do a few things right now. First, water. Even if you think your tap is clean, boil it. If you can find bleach, use it. 2 drops in a bottle will make it drinkable. Food. Anything that lasts without power. Cans, peanut butter, whatever you can grab. Matches, candles, flashlights that don't need batteries. If you live close to a highway, get away from it. At night, it's just dark shapes moving on the roads now. I don't know if it's people or something else. I keep hearing people say, this is just an EMP, that it's a bomb or something. But there's no explosion, no smoke, no crater. This isn't like anything we've been taught to expect. A guy who came by here yesterday said he used to work on radar. He said there's something up there above the atmosphere. He said it's too big to be a satellite. He swore that it's moving, just slow. He told me before everything went dead, they picked up a signal. Not a broadcast, not a code. A signal that was alive. That word has been stuck in my head all day. Alive. He said after that, their screens went white, then black, and that was it. I don't know what to do with that. I've been staring up at the ceiling for hours, wondering if that hum in my head is coming from the same thing he was talking about. I haven't been dreaming right since this all started. I close my eyes, and there's this picture that doesn't belong to me. A picture of somewhere that doesn't exist. A long, flat plane with a black shape standing on it. I can't tell if it's a person or a tower, and it keeps getting closer every time I sleep. I know I sound crazy, but I swear I'm not making it up. The air tastes like metal tonight. It's like breathing in the inside of an old pipe. I'm trying to keep my voice steady, but my hands are shaking. I don't know who's left out there. I don't even know if I should be saying all this out loud. If they can hear us, why wouldn't they already know? It's getting late, and the hum is stronger now. I can barely think with it pressing down on everything. I'll leave the station on for a few more hours, just in case someone out there is still listening. Don't look up tonight. I'll come back tomorrow if I'm still here. I don't know how long I slept, but when I opened my eyes, the whole room was dark except for the little orange glow of the generator light. My throat feels like sandpaper. I think I only got 2 hours. Maybe 3. It's hard to tell time now. It's like the world doesn't keep track anymore. I can hear something outside. It's not close, just faint, like something big is moving slow across the empty streets. You know how a train sounds when it's miles away and the wind carries it? It's like that, low and heavy. The sky was strange when I stepped out earlier. There's no sun. There's light, but it's like the sun is behind a thick piece of glass. The air has this pale gray color to it. No shadows on the ground. It makes everything look flat, like someone turned the world into a photograph. There's this smell out there too. I noticed it yesterday, but it's stronger today. It's not rot. It's not smoke. It's like something burned a long time ago, and now all that's left is the taste of it. I found a newspaper from 10 days ago. The front page feels like it's from another planet now. Baseball scores, construction plans for a new mall, a picture of the mayor cutting a ribbon. That world is gone. Completely gone. I keep waiting for someone to take control, for the army to roll in or for the governor to make a speech, even just a recorded message, anything. But it's just silence. I went walking down Main Street this morning. I kept my head low, didn't want to be seen. Every store is broken into. Windows are all jagged teeth of glass. I passed a bank where someone had spray painted "No money" in big red letters across the doors. The ATMs were ripped open, like they thought there'd be something left inside. And the people, I saw maybe 10 of them in 2 hours. Most were just wandering. One man was dragging a plastic trash bag behind him, and you could hear cans rattling inside. He looked right through me like I wasn't even there. The closer I got to the highway, the worse it got. There are cars everywhere. Not parked, just stopped. Doors hanging open. Some still have suitcases in the seats like people just walked away in the middle of leaving. There's no noise out there. Not a single bird. Just the wind. I found one truck that was empty and tried the door. It opened, but the smell inside made me gag. I backed away fast and didn't look back. Something's happening to people. It's not just fear. It's like their minds are breaking. This morning, right as I came back here, that hum started again. I dropped to my knees without even thinking. It's like your whole body just gives out. My head was on fire, my vision blurred, and over all of that, there was something else. A sound, not in my ears, but in my head. It was a voice. I don't know what it said. I don't even know if it was words. It was like being underwater and someone shouting far away. And for a split second, I thought I could see shapes above the roofs. Long shapes, not like planes. I ran back inside, locked the door, and just sat against it. I must have stayed there for an hour before I could even stand again. I don't know how much longer I can hold it together. I'm trying. I'm trying to be calm and to keep talking to you, even if nobody hears this. My brother used to say that when pilots get lost, they keep talking into the radio, even if no one answers, just so they don't feel alone. I think that's what I'm doing now. It's been more than a week since food deliveries stopped. People are going to start dying soon if they haven't already. There's no gas for the generators, no medicine, no help. And still, I haven't seen a single police car. No ambulances, no army trucks. It's like everyone who could do something just vanished. I found some old canned beans here in the station kitchen. They taste like cardboard, but it's something. If you can hear me, if you can still hear anything at all, don't give up. Find someone you trust and stick with them. don't go out when the hum starts. I think whatever is up there, I think it knows when we're looking. There are moments now where I feel like I can't tell if I'm awake or dreaming. When I close my eyes, I see that same flat place, that same black shape. Closer now. I keep asking myself, why us? Why here? Why now? And every time I ask, the hum gets louder. I'm going to try to rest again. I'll leave this running as long as I can. Don't look at the sky tonight, whatever you do. It's night now. I've been sitting here in the dark with my jacket over me and my hand on the radio knob because every time the generator makes a new sound, I think it's dying. I'm tired of being scared of every little noise. My head feels like there's a weight on it all the time. It's like the air presses down harder every single day. I went out earlier, before it got this dark. The streets have changed. There's stuff lying in the middle of the road now that wasn't there yesterday. Pieces of furniture, trash bags that are ripped open, piles of clothes. Somebody must have dragged it all out of the houses. I saw writing on the side of a wall in big letters. Don't listen. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I stood there staring at it until I realized I was doing exactly what it told me not to do. There's a smell of something burned in the neighborhood, but there aren't any fires. It's like the smell just sticks around even when nothing's burning. It gets in your clothes and your hair. You can't wash it off because there's no water coming through the pipes anymore. I walked toward the river thinking maybe I could refill some bottles, but when I got there, the water looked wrong. It wasn't clear. It had this greasy layer on top of it, like something chemical. The fish were floating belly up, all white. There were 3 or 4 people standing on the bank just staring at it, not talking. I turned around and left without saying a word. I came back here right before the sky started doing that thing again. The color changed like someone turned down a dimmer switch. Then there were those flashes again, but closer now. They lit up the street like a camera going off. Every time it flashed, I thought I could see something tall on the roofs for a second. Then nothing. The hum started again after dark. It's louder than it was yesterday. I covered my ears, but it didn't help. I curled up on the floor, pressed my face into the crook of my arm, and waited for it to stop. I don't even know how long it lasted. When it finally went quiet, I realized I was shaking so bad I couldn't stand up. Something new happened tonight. When the hum stopped, there was this silence that wasn't really silence. I could hear something whispering, but it wasn't coming from one direction. It was like it was all around me. I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't English. It wasn't words. It was like the sound you hear when you breathe against glass. Faint, but there. After that, I went to the window. I don't know why. I just did. There was a light moving slow above the city. It wasn't blinking like a plane. It just glowed steady, like a lantern being pulled across the sky. It made no noise. I swear it was looking for something. It stopped for a long time, right above the strip mall, and I thought it was going to come down. I ducked under the window and held my breath until my lungs hurt. When I finally looked up, it was gone. I know I shouldn't be talking about this. Part of me thinks maybe the people who wrote Don't Listen know something. Maybe the more we think about them, the closer they get. But I can't keep this all in my head. I need to put it somewhere. It's only been 10 days. 10. It feels like a year. I don't know how people are holding on out there. I see them walking past the station sometimes. They don't even look at me anymore. Just walking like they don't know where they're going. I keep thinking about my mom. She's in Cleveland. I haven't heard anything from up there. I can't even imagine what it's like in a bigger city. If it's this bad here, it has to be worse there. I don't even know if she's alive. It's cold in here. I've got every blanket I could find piled on top of me, and I can still feel the floor through it. I tried to sleep in the office chair, but I kept jerking awake. Every time I close my eyes, I see that same flat place, the same black shape. It's closer now. It's tall, but I can't tell what it is. It's like my mind refuses to show me the whole thing. I know I sound like I'm falling apart. Maybe I am. I don't even care anymore. All I know is I have to keep talking because if I stop, it's just me and the silence and that hum that comes out of nowhere. If you can hear this, if there's anyone still out there, you're not the only one awake tonight. I'm here. I'm still here. That has to count for something. I'm not going to leave this building tonight. I'll just wait. That's all there is now. Waiting. I made it through the night. I don't really remember sleeping. I must have blacked out for a bit just before dawn. The generator cut off at some point, and the whole building went so dark it felt like the walls were closing in. When the light started to come up outside, I opened the door a crack. It's not daylight like it used to be. The sun is just a pale disk behind some kind of haze. You can look right at it without even blinking. Everything looks washed out, like a photograph left in the rain. The street was empty when I stepped out. Not a single sound, no engines, no voices, not even wind for a while. Then I heard it. Not the hum. Something else. A slow scraping sound on the pavement. I crouched behind an old van and peeked around. At the far end of the block, something was moving. It wasn't a person. It was taller, thin, but not in a way I know how to explain. Like it wasn't built right. The arms, or what I think were arms, were too long. It wasn't walking. It was gliding, like the feet weren't touching the ground. I pressed myself against the van and just stayed there. My heart was hitting my ribs so hard I thought it would hear me. It stopped. It just froze in the middle of the street. I swear it turned its head, or whatever it has for a head, toward me. I couldn't breathe. There was no sound, no hum, just this thing standing there like it was listening to the air. Then, just as slow as it came, it slid away between the buildings. I didn't move for a long time after that. My legs wouldn't work. When I finally made it back inside, I locked the door and dragged a desk in front of it. My hands were shaking so bad I almost dropped the key. I keep asking myself if I really saw it, or if my head just made it up. I don't think I made it up. I don't think I've ever been that scared in my life. After I calmed down a little, I tried to think. What am I supposed to do if these things are on the ground now? It was bad enough when they were just up in the sky. I don't know how much longer this station will be safe. I ate the last of the beans an hour ago. That was the last can I had. I've got a couple of bottles of water left, but that's it. I'll have to go out again. I don't want to. I keep thinking about what it wants, why it's here. There has to be a reason. Maybe we're just in the way. Maybe they're not even thinking about us at all. Every time I close my eyes, I keep seeing that black shape from the dreams, and now it has arms. I don't know how many people are still alive in Dayton, Every day there are fewer. This morning I heard something new on the radio. Just for a second, when I turned the dial past a dead frequency, there was this faint pulsing sound, like a heartbeat. Slow. I turned the knob back and forth trying to hold on to it, but it faded out. If anyone out there hears that same sound, you need to tell me somehow. Maybe leave a mark on the walls like that one I saw. Just something, so I know I'm not the only one hearing it. I'm not going out again today. Not after what I saw. I'll wait until tomorrow when the light's a little better. I don't know how long I can keep the generator running. If this thing dies, that's it. If you can hear this, just keep your head down. Don't make noise. Don't look at them. And if you see one of them on the street, don't move. Don't even breathe if you can help it. I'll try to come back on the air tonight if the power holds. It's afternoon now. I can tell because the pale light outside has shifted a little. It's not brighter. It just has a different tone to it. Almost like when the sun goes behind a cloud, except there are no clouds. There's just this heavy haze that has been sitting there for days. I've been sitting here at the desk with my head in my hands for what feels like hours. My arms are tired from holding up my own head. The generator rattles every once in a while, and each time it does, I brace myself like it's the last breath it's going to take. I need to find more fuel. I found a single granola bar in the bottom drawer of the old filing cabinet in here. It must have been here since before the station shut down for good. I ate it slow, piece by piece, because I don't know when I'll find anything else. The hunger has changed. At first it felt like an ache in my stomach. Now it feels like my whole body is weak. Every once in a while I hear something outside. It's not like the hum. It's softer, like a shuffle or a scrape. Something brushing against the pavement. I keep thinking about that thing I saw this morning. The way it stopped. How it seemed like it was listening to me breathing. I've been listening to the air ever since, like I'll be able to hear them coming before I see them. But what's worse than that is something else that started about an hour ago. It's in my head now. Not the hum. Not the whispering from the other night. This is different. It comes and goes like a signal breaking through static. Sometimes it's faint, like a tapping. Then it grows louder. And just for a second, there's a feeling like someone is standing behind me, close enough to touch. I don't dare turn around because there's never anyone there. The tapping comes in patterns, like it's trying to form words but can't. I tried to tune the radio to see if maybe it's bleeding in from some broken signal. But all I hear is static. The only time I hear it is when I'm not touching anything, when I'm just sitting here, and the station is quiet. I don't think it's from outside. I think it's inside my skull. Earlier, I opened the door just to look at the street for a second. I could see something at the far end, just barely through the haze. It wasn't moving. It was standing perfectly still. It looked taller than the one from this morning. I closed the door and locked it again. There's nowhere to run. The weird thing is, it's not just fear anymore. There's something else. Something pulling me toward it. Like part of me wants to open the door and just walk out there, no matter what happens. I know that sounds insane. I keep thinking about people who went out walking that first day, when everything stopped, just walking down the road, not looking back. What if they weren't panicking? What if they heard the same thing I'm hearing now? What if they're still walking? The light outside keeps flickering, not like lightning. It's slower. It pulses. And when it pulses, that thing in my head pulses with it. It feels like something is syncing with me. I've been fighting it by talking out loud, by saying anything I can think of just so my own voice is louder than whatever this is. I don't know how much longer that will work. I wish I could give you something good, something useful. All I can tell you is that if this is happening to you too, you have to hold on to something. Anything. A sound. A word. A thought that belongs to you. Don't let them pull you out of yourself. I keep saying my name out loud. Liam. 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 I don't want to forget who I am. My voice sounds strange now. I hear it bounce around this little room and I feel like it's coming from somewhere else. I think I need to sleep, but I'm afraid to close my eyes. I'll sit here until it gets dark, and then I'll decide if I can risk going out to find fuel. If I don't find more gas for the generator, this voice will stop tomorrow. If this is the last time anyone hears me, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's getting dark again. I waited as long as I could, but the generator is almost empty. I could hear the change in its sound all day, that uneven cough. Every time it slowed down, I felt like my stomach was being squeezed. If I don't find gas tonight, this is it. I wrapped an old scarf around my mouth, put on my jacket, and opened the door just enough to look around. The street was empty. The sky was that same dead gray, but lower now. The haze makes it feel like the air itself is closer, heavier. I started walking toward the gas station down the block. The glass doors there are already broken, and the pumps don't work, but sometimes people leave cans behind when they grab food. I kept low. Every window I passed felt like a mouth that could open. The world is so still now. My own footsteps sounded too loud. Halfway down the block, I heard it again. That slow scrape. It froze me in place. I turned my head, and there were two shapes on the other side of the street. Tall. Thin. They weren't rushing. They weren't creeping. They were just there. Standing in the middle of the street like they'd been waiting for something. I dropped down behind a broken dumpster and stayed down. I could feel my heart thudding in my throat. One of them tilted its head. I swear I saw it stretch out its arms, slow, like someone feeling their way in the dark. The fingers, if that's what they are, were long, too long. They didn't move toward me. They just stood there. I stayed crouched for a long time until the light started to fade even more. The worst part was the silence. I couldn't hear them breathe, couldn't hear a single sound from them. Then, right when the first hum of the night started, they both turned, smooth as if pulled by a string, and glided away down the street. The hum made me dizzy. I pressed my hands over my ears, but it doesn't come through the ears. It feels like it's inside your ribs, your teeth, your bones. I waited until it started to fade before I got back up. At the gas station, I found one red can, half full. I don't know how long it had been there, but I grabbed it. I found 2 bottles of water behind the counter, too. I wanted to grab more, but the hum started again, louder this time. That was when I saw someone. A man. He was standing at the far end of the aisles with his head tilted back, looking straight up at the ceiling. His mouth was open, and his arms were hanging loose at his sides. I whispered to him, but he didn't move. The hum pulsed, and he took one slow step forward, then another. I backed away until I hit the glass door My hands were shaking so bad, I almost dropped the can. When the hum stopped, he just stood there again, like nothing had happened. I ran back to the station. I didn't look behind me. I got the generator filled up again. It's running now, but I don't know for how long. Maybe a day, maybe 2. I'm sitting here now with my hands still shaking. I can't get the image of that man out of my head. Whatever this is, it's inside people. It's pulling them like strings. I keep thinking about how close they were. The tall ones. The man in the gas station. It's like they're not even looking for us. Like they already know exactly where we are. I don't know how much longer I can keep going out there. If you can hear this, stay away from anyone who's standing still and staring. They're not there anymore. I'm so tired. I'm just going to sit here with the mic on until I can't keep my eyes open. If the generator stops and you hear nothing but static from me, it's because I didn't make it back. I don't know what time it is anymore. The generator is still running, but the little light on it looks weaker. The air inside here feels different. Thick. Like the whole room is filling with water I can't see. I'm sitting on the floor with my back to the wall, talking low because I'm afraid of what's outside. Every so often, I think I hear something brushing along the outside of the building. It comes and goes. Slow, soft, like fingertips on sheet metal. The hum started again maybe an hour ago. It comes in waves now. It's not a solid tone anymore. It swells, then drops, then swells again, like something breathing. And every time it swells, the sound in my head grows stronger. It isn't just the hum anymore. There are voices in it now. I can almost make them out. It's not English, not anything I know. But there's a rhythm to it. Like chanting, but stretched out so far it sounds broken. And sometimes, under it all, I hear my name. Not shouted, just whispered slow, like it's testing the sound of it. I keep telling myself I'm just hearing things because I'm tired. But I'm not sure. I don't think it's just in my head anymore. It feels like it's coming from all sides of the room. I turned off every light in here. If something is out there looking in, I don't want them to see me. The only glow is from the console, faint green lines that make my hands look sick. I keep thinking about my brother. If he's still alive, he would tell me to stay low. He always said, "Don't panic and don't make noise." So that's what I'm doing. A few minutes ago, there was a sound at the door. It wasn't a knock. It was a slow, dragging sound, like someone's nails on the other side, going down the metal. My heart stopped. I didn't breathe. I just sat here with my back against the wall, staring at the door. Then there was silence. And after a long time, I heard it move away. I want to believe it was just the wind, but I know better. The hum hasn't stopped. My teeth ache from it. My eyes feel like they're vibrating in my skull. It's worse when I close them. I tried to rest, but the moment I shut my eyes, I saw that same flat plane again. The black shape is closer than ever. It's huge now, and this time, there was more than one. There were several shapes, far away, but moving. They move slow, like the ones here. Every time I open my eyes, I feel like I'm leaving part of myself back there. I'm starting to wonder if the hum is breaking something inside us, piece by piece, until there's nothing left to hold on to. Maybe that's what happened to the man in the gas station. Maybe that's what's going to happen to me. I don't know if anyone else can hear this. I keep saying that, But every hour that goes by, I feel more sure that this signal is just going out into dead air. Maybe I'm talking to nothing. But if there is someone, if there's even one person, just know I'm still here. And I'm going to keep this station alive as long as I can. I don't know if I'll be able to leave tomorrow. I don't think I can do another walk out there. It's like every time I step outside, I can feel something watching. Something big. Something that isn't even hiding. I'm going to stay awake tonight. I don't trust what I see when I close my eyes anymore. The scraping at the wall is back. Closer this time. If it gets inside, I'll leave the mic on. The sound at the wall hasn't stopped. It moves slow around the edges of the building, like something running its fingers along every seam. It's steady, not rushed, like it knows I'm in here, and it has all the time in the world. I'm sitting with my back against the inner door to the studio. I pushed the desk against it again and stacked boxes on top. It won't hold much, but it's all I can do. My legs keep going numb because I'm pressing them so hard into the floor. The hum is steady now. I feel it more than hear it. It crawls up my arms across my chest. Every time it swells, the thing outside stops moving. Every time it fades, the sound of the scraping comes back, closer than before. I can't see it. I can't see anything through the little window because I covered it with cardboard, but I can hear it breathing now. It's slow, like wind through a hollow pipe. Long pulls in, long pushes out. There's no way it's human. No one breathes like that. A little while ago, something happened that I don't even know how to explain. It said something. Not out loud. Not with a voice that hit the air. It said something inside my skull. I was pressed up against the wall, trying to make myself smaller, and I heard a word. It wasn't even a word. It was like a shape. And the second I heard it, I knew it meant come out. It wasn't asking. It wasn't angry. It just expected me to do it. I started moving without thinking. I got halfway to the door before I realized what I was doing. My own body just decided. My hands were shaking so bad I couldn't even hold the knob. Somehow I pulled myself back and locked it again, slid down against the wall. My head hurts. I bit the inside of my mouth to try to shock myself out of it. There's blood on my sleeve. It's the only thing that cut through that pull. It's still out there. I can feel it like heat. It hasn't left. The hum is changing. It isn't steady anymore. It's faster, like it's pulsing. And with each pulse, I feel my chest pull tight, like it's trying to match my heartbeat. The floor vibrates. It's light, just enough that the pens on the table roll a little. I keep staring at them, watching them move. I don't know how much longer I can hold it together. If this thing gets in here, I don't think there's anywhere to hide. I keep looking at the hallway that leads to the back, like I'll run. But where? There's nowhere left to go. Out there is worse than in here. I can hear it at the front door now. It's not dragging its hand. It's pressing. The metal makes a dull groan every time the pressure comes. Just soft at first, then harder, like it's learning the strength of the door. The generator stuttered a minute ago. If the light goes out, it's going to be pitch black. I don't want to sit in the dark with this thing pressing in. I think maybe it wants me to be afraid. Maybe that's part of it. Or maybe it doesn't even care. Maybe it's just curious, like a kid shaking a jar. I keep telling myself to stay quiet. As long as it doesn't hear me, maybe it'll leave. I've never been this tired. My hands feel heavy. My eyes burn. But every time they close, I feel that pull again. That picture in my head. The plane, the shapes, the black towers, closer every time. And now I know what it means when they get closer. It means they want you to come to them. I don't know how long I've been talking. I don't know if this is even getting out on the air anymore. I just know I need to keep saying something that belongs to me. The metal at the door just bent. I heard it. It's not breaking yet, but it's bending. I don't think I'm going to make it through this night. It's still at the front door. I can hear the metal strain every time it presses. It isn't rushing. It doesn't need to. It knows it's the only thing out there that can move this slow and still have me pinned here, waiting. The scraping has stopped. Now it's just that steady push. Then silence. Then another push. I can't stop shaking. My back hurts from pressing so hard against this wall. My mouth is dry, and every breath tastes like the inside of a coin. I keep thinking the air in here has changed. It's thicker now. Warmer. My own breath feels like steam. I tried to count the time between the pushes. It isn't even. Sometimes it waits for a minute. Sometimes it waits for 5. The waiting is worse than the sound. Every time it presses, my head rings. Not from the sound, but from the hum. The hum grows loud when the pressure starts. It fills the room. It fills my teeth. It's not sound anymore. It's just there, in every part of me. A few minutes ago, I heard something I haven't heard since all this started. Someone spoke. A voice. Not in my head. Not from the walls. A real voice, outside the building. Just one word, so quiet I almost missed it. Liam. I froze when I heard it. It sounded like my brother, exactly like him. Same tone, same way of saying my name. He's not here. I know he's not here. Then I heard it again, closer. Liam. This time it was slower, drawn out. It didn't sound like it was calling me. It sounded like it was trying the word out, like it didn't really know what it meant. I closed my eyes and pressed my hands over my ears. But it didn't help. The sound isn't coming from outside. It's coming from everywhere at once. I want to run. I want to run so bad I feel sick. But the second I open that back door, I know I'll be out there with whatever made that sound. The hum is deep now. So deep, the floor shakes with it. I can feel it in my chest like someone is pressing their palm against me. Slow and steady. And under the hum, there's something else. Quieter. Almost like a rhythm. A beat. Like a heart. The door just bent again. I can see the top edge of the metal where it doesn't line up anymore. The desk in front of it rattled. I don't know how long before it gives way. I can't tell if this thing is trying to come in or trying to get me to come out. I don't know which is worse. I keep thinking, if I make a run for it, I won't get far. My legs feel weak. My head is foggy. My whole body feels like it's running out of batteries. The hum has changed again. It's faster now, shorter pulses. And with every pulse I hear it. My name again, soft, over and over. It's like they're learning to say it. There's a small window in the back office. I keep looking at it. If I can get out of it, I can make it to the alley. But if I go out there and one of them is waiting, there's no coming back. The door just made a sound like a scream. Metal twisting. It's close. I have to decide. Stay here and let it in or run. Either way, this night ends soon. I'm leaving the mic on. If anyone can hear me, I'm not going to stop talking while I move. If this is the last thing that goes out, at least there's a record that I tried. I'm going to the window. I'm in the back office now. The studio door is still open behind me. I left the mic turned all the way up, so maybe you can hear what's happening out there. If the generator holds, you might hear it even after I'm gone. The air back here is warmer. I can hear the metal at the front of the station buckling. Every push gets louder. It's like the whole building is breathing with it. I've got my hands on the window. It's a small one, high up on the wall. The glass is dusty and cold. I've been staring out of it for 2 minutes, just staring into that pale gray haze, trying to see if there's anything moving in the alley. There's nothing. Or at least, I think there's nothing. I slid the lock up slow. The sound felt so loud in here I almost stopped, but I kept going. I don't have time to wait. The hum is louder in here. It's like the back of the building is closer to it. My teeth hurt from it. My jaw feels like it's buzzing. I push the window up. It's stuck at first, but I forced it open, inch by inch, until I could feel the damp air on my face. It smells like rust and wet concrete. I've got the gas can tied to my belt so I don't drop it. My backpack's empty except for the 2 bottles of water. Everything else I'll have to leave behind. I can't carry it. I keep looking at the desk in the other room, shaking with each slam against the front door. It won't hold. Any second now it's going to give. I'm going out. My arms are on the windowsill. My shoulders are tight trying to pull myself up, but my hands are slick with sweat. I'm whispering my name over and over so I don't lose my head. Liam, Liam, Liam. I've got one leg out now. My boot is on the bricks outside. The alley smells even worse than inside. It's so quiet I can hear my own pulse. The hum. It just stopped. It's dead silent. That's worse. Much worse. I'm half out now. If I turn back, I'm stuck in this hole, and I'll be grabbed before I hit the ground. The front door. God, it just broke. I heard the crash. I can hear the desk sliding. It's inside. I'm out. I'm in the alley. My knees hit the ground so hard I almost bit my tongue. I'm on my hands and knees. I'm not going to look back. I can't. I can feel it behind me. The air is different. It's heavier. I'm running. The mic's still on inside, but I've got the portable one in my hand. I'm breathing hard, running, and I don't care how loud I am now. If it's going to come after me, it already knows where I am. The alley's narrow. There's trash everywhere. I'm tripping on it, catching myself with my hands. I just looked back. It's at the window. It's tall enough to fill the whole frame. It's just standing there, head tilted, watching. It doesn't even have to climb. It just leans, like it's looking through glass. I'm at the corner. I can hear something else out here. Not one. More. There are more of them. They're moving slow in the street. I don't know where I'm going. I just have to keep moving. If I stop, it's over. The hum just came back, harder than before. It's like my whole body is vibrating with it. My head feels like it's going to split open. I don't know if I can talk anymore. I'm going to keep the mic on even if I drop it. I'm not going back to that building. I don't know where I am now. My legs feel like they're on fire. My throat is raw from breathing so hard. I can't stop to drink. Every time I slow down, I hear them behind me. I'm off the main road now. These houses all look the same in this light. Most of the windows are busted out. Some of the doors are wide open. It's like the people who lived here just walked away. The streetlights don't work. The only light is this dim glow from the sky, and even that feels wrong. It doesn't cast shadows. Everything looks flat. I can hear them. Not close, but I can hear the scrape again. That slow slide of something over the pavement. Every few minutes I think I see one ahead of me, standing in the middle of the street, and I have to cut through someone's yard. My arms are scratched up from the fences. I can't see what I'm running through until I'm in it. The hum is everywhere. It's in the trees, in the ground. It feels like my body wants to slow down with it, like it's trying to drag me to a stop. There's a school up ahead, or at least it looks like one. The roof is low, and the big sign out front says Dayton West Elementary, but all the letters are bent or missing. I'm going to try to get inside. The front door is chained. I'm walking around the side now, staying low. My breath is too loud. I found a side door. The glass is cracked, but still there. I picked up a brick and hit it, once, twice, 3 times before it broke. The sound echoed down the street so loud I wanted to run, but I had to keep going. I pushed myself through the frame. The hallway smells like mold and dust. The walls are covered with kids' drawings, crayon pictures of houses, trees, stick people. It feels like I just walked into a ghost. I'm sitting in a corner now, trying to catch my breath. My whole body is shaking. I don't know if they heard the glass break. I don't know if they can even hear in the way we do. I can still hear the hum out there, but it's softer inside. It's so quiet here. The floor creaks every time I move. I'm thinking about my brother again, about the time we hid in our school during a tornado drill when we were kids. The same cold tile floor. The same waiting. I don't think I can keep running all night. I've got the mic close to my mouth because I don't want to make any other sound. If they come, I'll know, because the hum gets stronger when they're near. I keep wondering what's happening in the rest of the world. If there's anyone out there talking like I am right now. What if I'm the last voice left? I need to stay awake. If I fall asleep here, I might not wake up again. I'm going to wait for the hum to fade. If it fades. I've been sitting here in this hallway for hours. At least, I think it's been hours. My legs are numb from crouching. I've got my back pressed into the corner where 2 walls meet, just far enough that I can see down both ends of the hall. I've kept the mic on the whole time, and I'm talking low so my voice doesn't bounce. Every little sound carries too far in here. Even my breath feels too loud. The smell inside this building hasn't left. It's like dust mixed with something damp. It sticks in my throat. The walls still have posters on them, bright colors faded. Little words about reading, about science fairs. There's a paper chain made from construction paper hanging over a classroom door, but it's drooping, and half of the links are broken. It sways just a little when the air moves. It's colder in here than I thought it would be. My hands are stiff, and I can feel the tremble in my fingers when I hold the mic. Every time the hum rises outside, it comes through the walls like a slow wave, and it makes the chain shake more. I can hear them out there. Not close yet. The scrape. The slow, slow scrape. It stops for long stretches of time, and then starts again. At first, I thought it was one of them, but now I think there are several. They're spread out. One on the street. One closer to the houses. One farther off. It's like they are combing through everything. I've been listening to the hum all night. It's different now. When it pulses, I hear faint voices mixed in with it. It's like standing at the edge of a crowded room where everyone's talking, but no one is speaking loud enough to make out the words. And when I try too hard to focus, my vision goes white for a second, like a flash in my head. It's getting harder to tell what's outside and what's in my head. I can feel the hum like it's pulling me forward, like it wants me to stand up, to walk down the hall, to go through the front door and just keep walking. There's something new that I haven't heard before. It's like a second layer under the hum, a rhythm. It's slow, steady, almost like a heartbeat. But it doesn't sound right. It isn't human. It's bigger, deeper, like it belongs to something huge. Sometimes the rhythm speeds up and I get dizzy. It makes my ears feel full, like I'm underwater. I think they know I'm in here. About an hour ago, I think it was an hour, I heard glass break somewhere else in the building. It wasn't loud like when I smashed the window to get in. It was careful. It was a slow, soft cracking, like pressure, like someone just leaned until the pain gave way. I stayed still. I held my breath until my chest hurt. I listened, and there were footsteps after. Light ones, slow, like someone dragging something across the floor. I haven't heard them again. That almost makes it worse. Not knowing where they are. If they're already inside, then I'm just waiting for them to come around a corner. I thought about moving deeper into the school, but I'm afraid if I do, I'll make a sound I can't take back. At least here I can see both directions. I don't know how long I can stay awake like this. My head keeps dipping forward. Every time I blink, I see that plane again, that flat ground stretching forever. And those shapes, tall and thin. There are more now than there were before. Dozens. Some of them so far away, they're only specks. But they're all moving in the same direction. Toward me. Slow. Always slow. When I jerk awake, my heart is pounding and I have to whisper my name to myself again and again until I can feel the room around me. It's strange. In the last couple of hours, I've realized something. The hum. It isn't random. It has a pattern. It's like it's trying to teach itself to speak, but not with words. It's pulling at your thoughts, at your memories, trying to make you move. It feels like it's learning from us, little by little. The way it said my name earlier, it was clearer than the first time, like it's getting better at it. I think they're listening to me now. I think every word I say is being soaked up. That might be why I can't stop talking. If I stop, if it goes quiet, all that's left is them. The man I saw at the gas station, the way he was just standing there, staring at nothing. Maybe that's what happens when you stop talking to yourself, when you stop trying to keep hold of your own thoughts. I keep thinking of everyone who's gone silent in this city, all those people who just walked out into the streets and didn't come back. Maybe they heard what I'm hearing now, and they just couldn't hold on. It's worse now. I just heard something inside the school. It wasn't glass. It was a door hinge, slow and soft, like someone easing a door open without making a sound. I can't tell where it came from. Somewhere down the hallway to my right. I'm pressing myself back into the wall. I'm shaking. My mouth tastes like blood again because I bit the inside of my cheek so hard I can taste iron. It's the only thing that cuts through the pull. I can't leave now. If I move, I'll make a sound. If I stay, maybe they won't see me. But if they come down this hallway, they won't need to see. They'll know. I don't think this is random anymore. They're not wandering. They're looking for something. Maybe not me exactly. Maybe all of us. Maybe they're just sweeping through everything, one building at a time, one street at a time. I wonder if there's anywhere left that's safe. Maybe there never was. The hum just slowed down. It's heavy now, like it's leaning on me. My head feels like it's going to drop to the floor. I'm holding the mic so close I can feel the plastic shake against my lips. If I make it through the night, I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. There's nowhere to go back to. The station is gone. The streets are worse. This school won't hold long. I'll have to keep moving, but I don't know where. I'm not going to sleep. Not here. If you can hear me, don't sleep when they're close. Whatever they're doing to us, it's easier when your eyes are shut. The hum is swelling again. I'm going to sit here and hold on to this wall and keep saying my name out loud until it stops. Liam. 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 I don't know how long it's been since I last spoke. Maybe an hour. Maybe more. It feels like time isn't working right anymore. I've been keeping myself awake by whispering into this mic. If I stop, if I sit in the quiet, the hum gets inside me worse. It feels like it fills up the empty space where my own thoughts should be. The hum slowed down for a while. For the first time tonight, I thought maybe they had passed. I thought maybe I could breathe. I started counting between the pulses, just to see if I could find some pattern. At first, there were 20 seconds, then 30, then a whole minute. The school was so still, I could hear the wind pushing against the broken windows. I almost convinced myself I was safe. I almost stood up. Then I heard the sound. It came from the far end of the hall, faint, like someone brushing a broom handle along the wall. That slow, dragging sound. A scrape. And then a second one, softer, coming from somewhere else in the building. It was like they were answering each other. I pressed my back into the corner so hard it hurt. My hands went numb from gripping the mic. My legs locked up. I just listened. Every few seconds there was another scrape. Closer and closer. And every time the sound came, the hum in my head tightened. It got thinner, sharper, like a wire pulling tight. After a while, the scrape stopped. Then came the footsteps. They're not heavy. That's the worst part. They're slow and soft, like someone sliding bare feet over a cold floor. It's not a stomp. It's not even a real step. It's like something is learning how to move, learning how to be in a place it wasn't built for. I can hear it now. It's in the hallway with me, at the far end. It hasn't come around the corner yet. I can see the shadows changing, a faint dark shift as the dim light outside bends in through the cracks. It knows I'm here. I can feel it. It doesn't need to see me. The hum is faster. It's in my chest now, every beat of it hitting at the same time as my heart. I can't slow my breathing down. My hands are sweating so much I almost dropped the mic just now. I can hear more than one. The second one is coming from behind me, through a different hallway. They're not rushing. They don't need to. They're pushing in from two sides, and I'm stuck between them. I thought about running for the classroom door to my left, but it's too late. If I move now, the sound will give me away. So I'm staying. I'm pressing into this wall and hoping. They're closer. I can hear the breathing again. That long, hollow sound. In, outside, in, outside. Slow, steady. It's louder than my own breath now. It doesn't even sound like air. It sounds like something big pulling in a room and pushing it out. And now there's something else. A voice. In my head, but not like before. It's clearer. It's using my brother's voice again, the same tone, the same way he said my name when I was a kid. It's soft. Come out, it says. Come out. You don't have to hide. I bit my lip so hard I tasted blood right away. I put my teeth down until it hurt enough to cut through that pull. They're right outside the hall now. I can see it. The tall shape. It fills the hallway from floor to ceiling. It doesn't bend its head to look in. It just stands there. I can't make out its face. I don't think it has a face. It's smooth. It doesn't even look like skin. Just this gray, flat surface that catches the dim light. It tilts. Slow. That's all. Just a tilt. Like it's curious. I can't breathe. My mouth is wide open, but I can't pull in air. My body won't listen. It hasn't moved. It just stands there, tilted. And now the hum is in me. It's not outside anymore. It's inside my skull, inside my ribs. I can feel it in my fingertips. I can feel it in my teeth. My eyes are watering. My vision keeps going white. There's another one now. Behind me. I can hear the boards of the hallway creak under it. It's coming closer from the other direction. I'm going to die here. That's all I can think. I'm going to die in this school hallway on this cold floor, and no one will know. I want to run so bad. Every part of me is screaming to get up. But I know if I move, I won't make it 3 steps. The hum has stopped. Everything has stopped. They're waiting. The one in front of me has started to bend. It's slow, like a tree in the wind, but it's leaning closer, bending forward until its head is almost touching the ground. It's so close I can hear a faint sound coming from it. A whisper that isn't a voice. It's like the sound of air moving through hollow metal. I can't tell what it's doing. I can't tell what it wants. My head is burning. My chest feels like it's going to tear open. My hands are slipping on the mic. I don't know how long I've been whispering my name now. Over and over. It's the only thing keeping me here. Liam, 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 Liam. The second one behind me is closer now. I can feel the floor shake a little under its steps. They're slow, but sure. They're going to meet in the middle. I'm not going to have anywhere to go. I think this is it. The one in front of me just stopped bending. It froze in that position. I can hear something outside. Something bigger. A sound that rolls like thunder but with no storm. It came from far away. But the moment it happened, the two in here stopped. They're standing still. Just listening. The hum is gone. It's so quiet now that I can hear my pulse in my ears. And then, as slow as they came, they're pulling back. Straightening up. Turning. Both of them. They're gliding back down the hall, away from me. I don't know why. I don't know what that sound was. But for some reason, they're leaving. I'm not going to move. Not yet. I'm going to sit here until I can't hear them anymore. I don't know how many more nights like this I can take. I don't know how many more nights like this there will be. It's still dark, but I can feel that the sky is beginning to change. There's a faint shift in the air that comes before daylight, even when you can't see the sun. The hallway isn't as black as it was an hour ago. I can make out the shapes of the doors now. Everything looks soft and gray like it's covered in dust. I stayed in the same corner. I didn't move. I sat there with my knees pulled up under my chin and my head pressed into the wall. I think I've been whispering to myself for hours. My lips are dry. My throat hurts. But I'm still here. They're gone. At least, I think they are. It's been quiet for a long time. That sound, that thunder that came from far away, whatever it was, pulled them away from me. I can't hear the hum anymore. It's like someone turned a switch off. I waited another half hour before I got the strength to stand. My legs didn't want to work at first. They felt like pieces of wood. When I finally stood, I thought my knees were going to buckle, but I couldn't stay in that corner forever. I'm walking down the hall now. Every footstep feels like a risk. The tiles creak under me. My own steps echo back like they don't belong to me. I can see the front entrance from here. The door is still chained. The glass I broke to get in is scattered all over the floor. It crunches under my boots, even though I try not to step on it. The cold air from outside pushes through that hole in little drafts that move the papers on the floor. There's no one out there, just the same empty street, the same dead gray sky. I keep stopping to listen. There's nothing. Not a scrape, not a breath, not even a bird. This school feels frozen. The lockers are still covered in stickers. Some of them say 2016 on them, like kids put them there during some fundraiser. There are backpacks slumped against the walls. Empty. It's like everyone just walked out one day and never came back. I found a classroom door that was open. Inside, the desks are all tipped over. Papers everywhere. I stepped on one and saw that it had spelling words written in a kid's handwriting. The letters were big and uneven. There's a coat on the back of one chair. Blue. Tiny. The room smells like crayons and mildew. I picked up a notebook from the floor. The first few pages are math problems, but the last page stopped me cold. It's just a drawing. A big black shape over a row of houses. The lines are thick, like the kid pressed hard into the paper. There's a sky above it full of streaks. The kind of streaks you see when something is falling. I don't know how long ago this was drawn. It could have been years. But it looks exactly like what I've been seeing in my head. Exactly. I set it back down because I didn't want to take it with me. In the next room, there's a teacher's desk. The drawers are open, and everything has been pulled out, like someone was looking for something. There's a box of chalk, a couple of markers, and a half-empty bottle of hand sanitizer. I grabbed the sanitizer and shoved it in my bag. Anything that can clean wounds is worth taking now. There's a water fountain in the hallway. I tried it just in case, but nothing came out. The pipes groaned for a second and then went dead again. I moved deeper into the school. At the end of another hallway, there's a door with a sign that says gymnasium. The door was propped open with a chair. When I pushed it, the chair screeched across the floor. The sound echoed so loud that I froze in place. I waited for the hum, for anything, but nothing happened. I walked in. The gym is huge. The light from the windows at the top turns everything into a pale blue. There's a basketball lying on the floor. I nudged it with my foot and it rolled slow, like it didn't even have air in it. In the far corner of the gym, there's a pile of blankets. Someone was living here. There's an empty can of beans, a water bottle, and a pile of clothes. I went through them fast but careful. There's nothing useful except for a flashlight with no batteries. The blankets are damp. Whoever was here is long gone. I don't know if they left or if they were taken. On the wall above the bleachers, someone has written something in huge black letters. I had to walk all the way up to it to read it. It says, "Don't let them in your head. The paint is smeared." The letters run down like whoever wrote it didn't have time to finish. There are fingerprints on the wall where they dragged their hand down after the last letter. I stood there staring at that for a long time. It's all I've been trying to do these last few days. Hold on. Keep my head mine. And I don't know if I can do it anymore. The hum is gone right now, but it won't stay gone. I know it's coming back. It always comes back. I found a closet in the gym with a heavy door. I'm in there now, sitting on the floor with the mic in my lap. I dragged a mop bucket in front of the door. It won't stop anything if they decide to come in, but it makes me feel like I'm doing something. The light coming through the little square window in the closet door is stronger now. Morning is coming. I think I'll stay here until the sun is higher. Maybe I'll sleep for an hour if I can. Just a little. Before I close my eyes, I want to say this to whoever is still out there. If there's anyone, you can't let them in your head. That's all that matters now. Once they get in, you're gone. You can walk and breathe and eat, but you're not you anymore. You're just walking toward them. If you can still hear your own name when you say it, you're still alive. I'm still alive. For now. The sun is up. At least, I think that's what it is. There's more light coming through the windows now, but it doesn't look like morning used to. It's pale, washed out, like the color has been drained out of everything. Even the bricks of the school look gray, and they used to be a dull red. I didn't sleep. I tried. I closed my eyes in that little closet in the gym. But the second I let my head lean against the wall, I started hearing it again. Not the hum. Just little sounds. A tap. A faint scrape like fingernails. I opened my eyes fast and stayed awake after that. I waited until the light was strong enough that I could see my hands clearly in front of me. That's when I decided to move. I can't stay in this building forever. Night will come again, and if they come back while I'm trapped in here, there's nowhere left to run. I packed what little I have into the bag, 2 bottles of water, the half-empty sanitizer, the flashlight with no batteries. That's it. I slung it over my shoulder and pushed the mop bucket away from the closet door. The hallway was empty. The gym was cold and still. I could hear the faint buzz of silence, the kind where your ears ring because the world is too quiet. I walked slow through the school, back toward the way I came in. Every step felt loud. My boots made hollow claps on the tile. When I reached the broken window at the side entrance, I crouched and looked out. The street was empty. No cars, no people, no movement. But the air was different. It was thicker, like fog that you can't see but can feel on your skin. I put my hand out of the window and felt it right away. Damp, sticky, heavy. I climbed out and landed on the pavement as soft as I could. My legs felt weak, but I kept low, kept moving toward the alley. The city looks worse today. I don't know if it's the light or if it's really changed overnight. The houses look smaller. The trees are bare even though it's summer. It feels like the world has been drained of life. The ground is covered in a thin layer of something that looks like ash, but it isn't ash. It's too heavy. It sticks to my boots when I walk. I stayed close to the buildings. Every corner I came to, I stopped and listened. I couldn't hear the hum yet. That gave me a little hope. When I reached the main road, I stopped cold. There were lines in the pavement. Long, shallow grooves that weren't there yesterday. They run down the middle of the street for as far as I can see, like something heavy dragged itself through here. The edges of the grooves are dark, wet-looking, even though there's no rain. And in the middle of the intersection, there's a car that's been flipped on its side. It's covered in that same gray dust, The windows are gone. I crouched there for a long time, just staring. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw movement. Not close. A block away, near the parking lot of what used to be a diner. A person. At least I think it was a person. They were walking slow, like they were half asleep. Their arms hung straight down, and their head was tilted back. I whispered to them, but they didn't react. I waited, hidden behind a wall, and watched. They just kept walking. Past the diner, into the street. I stayed there until they were gone. This isn't just happening at night anymore. I need to find somewhere safe before sunset. I went back through the alleys, keeping away from the open roads. I passed an old hardware store with the windows smashed out. Inside, everything was stripped bare. There were hammers and nails scattered on the floor, but nothing else. No batteries, no food. I grabbed a hammer and stuck it in my bag. It's the only thing I have now if something gets close. Further down, I came across a wall with new writing on it. It wasn't there yesterday. It said, "The sky isn't empty." The letters were big and uneven, like they were written in a rush. Underneath, in smaller writing, "Don't look at them when they move." I don't know who wrote it. I don't know if they're still alive. I haven't looked up all morning. I've kept my head down. But I can feel them. You can always feel them. There's something in the air now. It's faint, like the taste of metal in your mouth. It wasn't this strong yesterday. I think they're closer today. I'm heading toward the river. There are warehouses there. If I can find one with a strong enough door, maybe I can make it through another night. I can see the tops of the warehouses from here, flat roofs stretching out. I'll keep the mic on until I get there. I don't know what time it is, but the light's already starting to fade. It's still afternoon, but it feels like sunset is coming early. If you can hear me, if anyone can hear this, just remember, don't look up. Don't let them into your head. And if you see someone walking slow with their head back, get away. They're not there anymore. I'm almost at the warehouses. I'll keep talking as long as I can. I made it to the edge of the river. The warehouses here all look the same. Big gray boxes with rusted doors and shattered windows. The river itself doesn't look right anymore. It's moving, but slow, like thick oil. The surface has that same dull skin on it, a film that catches the weak light like grease. No birds, no insects, just that smell of metal and mud. The whole place is empty. At least it looks empty. That's what scares me. It's too quiet. No wind, no echo of cars on the bridge, no voices, just my own boots on the pavement, and the faint creak of the metal roof panels when the sun warms them. I'm sticking to the outer walls, one building at a time. I've got my head down, talking low. Every shadow looks like it's about to stand up. Every doorway feels like it has eyes. Most of these warehouses are already broken into. The doors hang loose on their hinges. Inside, the floors are covered with old crates, wood splintered and scattered like someone smashed them all open. Everything useful has already been taken. Whoever came here before me stripped them bare. I found one building where the door was still chained. The chain looked old and thin. I pulled at it until it gave. The inside is huge. The air smells like dust and rust. My voice echoes here, so I'll try to talk quiet. There are rows of tall shelves, some empty, some with boxes that have collapsed in on themselves. In the far corner, there's a pile of blankets, like someone else stayed here once. There are cans of food scattered around, all empty. the labels torn off. I climbed the stairs to the second level. It's just a metal catwalk that looks down over the whole floor. The railing shakes when I touch it. There's an office up here with a door. I pushed it open. It's small, maybe 15 feet across, with a big glass window looking out at the river. The glass is cracked in a spider web shape. I think I'll stay in here until dark. There's only one way in, so at least I'll hear if something comes. I dragged a metal filing cabinet in front of the door. It won't hold them, but it makes me feel like I'm not completely open. I sat by the window for a while, just looking out at the river. You can see so far from up here. The city looks wrong. The skyline is pale and still. In the distance, the air over the river shimmers like heat, even though it's cold. And then I saw them. Not close. Maybe a mile away on the far bank. Shapes, tall and thin, walking slow along the water. There were 3 of them. They moved like they weren't touching the ground, smooth, like shadows stretching. I ducked under the window as soon as I saw them. My heart is pounding just thinking about it again. I stayed down there, pressed to the floor, until I couldn't see them anymore. I don't think they're even looking for anything specific. They just move, and when they find something, it stops moving. I've been thinking about the hum, about last night, about how it felt like they were in my head, using my brother's voice. It wasn't just a trick. It wasn't a recording. It knew things. Things only he would have known. It said my name exactly like he used to. That means it can see inside me. It can pull things out and use them. I don't know how to fight something like that. While I was on the catwalk, I heard something strange below. It was faint. A shuffle, then a pause, then another shuffle. It wasn't an animal. It sounded like a person dragging their feet. I waited. I didn't breathe. I leaned out over the railing just enough to see. There was someone down there, near the shelves, standing still. I couldn't see their face because their head was tilted back. They didn't move, not even when I whispered. I stayed up here for an hour after that, watching. They never moved. I think they were alive once. I didn't go down. I couldn't. The light is fading now. The color outside has started to go flat again. That dim, gray blue that means night is coming. The hum hasn't started yet, but I can feel it coming. My head feels heavy. My eyes are burning. Every time I blink, that plane comes back. That same endless flat ground, and more of those shapes. Hundreds of them now, stretching to the horizon. I need to make this office my shelter for tonight. I've got nothing to eat, but I have water, and I have the mic. That's all I need. I dragged the cabinet tight against the door. I pushed a desk in front of the window just in case. I can still see through the cracks. The sun is almost gone. The world is about to turn into that colorless place again. I'll keep talking until the hum comes. After that, I don't know if I'll be able to talk at all. This city isn't ours anymore. It hasn't been ours since the day the sky went pale. It's night now. Whatever weak light there was outside is gone. The sky doesn't turn black anymore. It just goes this strange, flat color, like a lid closing over everything. No stars, no moon. Just that dead gray that makes you feel like the air itself is solid. I've been sitting on the floor with my back against the cabinet I dragged to the door. My legs are pulled up, and I've got the mic almost pressed against my lips. Every time I breathe, it fogs the plastic. My hands shake when I try to adjust the cord, so I just leave it where it is. I've been watching the cracks in the window as the light died out. At first, the river was still. Then, as it got darker, I started to see movement. Long shadows sliding across the far bank. It's them. They come out more at night, and I can see them better against the dim glow of the water. There are more of them tonight than last night. I counted 6 at one point. They move in different directions, slow and even, like nothing out there matters. Like they know there's no reason to hurry. The hum came back about half an hour ago. It started faint, like it always does. A vibration deep in the air. It gets into your ribs before it gets into your ears. I felt it in my chest first, like someone pressing a palm against me. Then it grew, steady and slow, until I couldn't tell where my own heartbeat ended and the hum began. It's constant now. I can feel it in my teeth. I can hear it in my jaw. It fills the room. Every time I try to think of anything, it pushes right through the middle of it, like waves breaking down a wall. I can hear something else under it tonight. A kind of low, rhythmic knocking. Slow at first, but picking up speed. It doesn't sound like it's outside. It sounds like it's coming from the walls themselves. I don't know if it's real or if it's just in my head. Every time I stop talking, it feels closer. There's something new too. Whispers. They come and go, like a wind passing through. I can't make out the words. I don't think they're words. It's just the shape of a voice, like they're practicing, like they're learning how to use our mouths before they take them. I saw movement below an hour ago, down on the warehouse floor. That same person I saw earlier today hasn't left, still standing there, head tilted back, arms hanging loose. There are more of them now, 3, just standing in the open. They don't talk. They don't move unless the hum pulses, and then their fingers twitch like they're being pulled on strings. The hum just pulsed. I felt it in the floor. The boards under me shifted, and my vision swam for a second. And in that second, I swear I heard my name. It was faint, but clear enough to know it wasn't an accident. Liam. I'm biting down on my lip again. My mouth is full of the taste of iron. It keeps me here. It keeps me awake. There it is again. Liam. The same voice as last night. My brother's voice. This time it's not soft. It's louder. It's right in my ear. Come outside. You're safe. I'm not safe. I know that. But the way it says it, God, it feels like if I stand up and walk out the door, everything will be over. All the fear, all the hunger, everything. It's like a promise. I dug my nails into my knees so hard that I broke skin. I can feel the sting, and it's the only thing that keeps me sitting here. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. The hum has changed again. It's faster now. It's pulsing every 2 seconds. The cabinet is rattling behind my back. The glass in the window shakes like someone is flicking it with a fingernail. I just looked out through the cracks again. There are more of them on the far bank now. 10. Maybe 12. Some of them have stopped moving. They're standing still, but their heads are all tilted in the same direction. Toward this warehouse. There's one closer now. It crossed the bridge without making a sound. It's on this side of the river. I can see it gliding between the old shipping containers. Its arms drag behind it, long enough that they scrape the ground. It doesn't bend when it moves. It's like the whole body is one straight line, sliding forward. It's heading toward the building. I can feel it in the hum. Every pulse is heavier. My teeth hurt. My skull hurts. I don't know what to do. If I leave, I run straight into the open. If I stay, it's coming here. The voices in my head are louder now. They're saying my name over and over. Sometimes it's my brother. Sometimes it's my mom. Sometimes it's me. They're using my own voice against me. I can hear the metal stairs creak. It's here. I can't breathe. I can't move. I'm holding the mic so tight my fingers are going numb. If you hear this, know that I'm still here, but I don't know for how much longer. The hum is so strong I can't think anymore. The metal stairs are groaning. Each step is slow. I can hear it through the hum, through the voices, that sound of weight on thin metal. A long creak, then silence, then another creak. It isn't rushing. It doesn't need to. I'm sitting with my back pressed to the filing cabinet. My chest hurts from holding my breath. My whole body is so tense that my arms and legs feel like they don't even belong to me. I thought the hum was loud before. Now it feels like the air is solid, like the sound is thick enough to grab with your hands. Every time it pulses, the glass in the office window trembles. It's halfway up the stairs. I can see its shadow now, tall, thin. It's stretched across the wall like a tree trunk that's split in half. It's bending as it climbs, but it's not touching the railings. It just slides upward, as if the stairs are there for me, not for it. I'm whispering my name into the mic. I'm saying it like a prayer. Liam, Liam, Liam. The voices in my head keep answering back. They say my name the same way, but every time they change who they sound like. Now it's my father. Now it's a teacher I had when I was 7. Now it's my own voice from years ago, telling me I'll be okay. I can feel them searching, like they're moving through my memories, pulling out anything they can use. The figure has reached the top. It hasn't stepped onto the catwalk yet. It's waiting. I can't see its face. I don't think there is one. It's like looking at wet concrete standing in the shape of a person. It tilts its head again. The hum goes silent. It's like someone pulled all the sound out of the world. I can hear my heartbeat in my ears. And then it steps forward. The metal groans under it, but there's no rhythm to the way it moves. It's like it's sliding, but the sound of the metal gives it away. I can see the top of its head now, just over the edge of the office window. I ducked, but I know it already knows where I am. I can feel it. The voices in my head aren't asking anymore. They're telling. They say, stand up, walk to the door, open it, come outside. You don't need to hide. I don't want to. I'm pressing myself into the cabinet so hard that the edges are digging into my back. I bit my wrist. I clamped my teeth down until I tasted blood. It helps. It gives me something that belongs to me. Something they can't take. The hum comes back, sharper than before. Not slow pulses now. Rapid, like a drumbeat. Like it's syncing with my heart. The figure steps closer. I can hear the catwalk vibrating. The others down on the floor. Those still, silent bodies. They all turned their heads up at the same time. Their mouths opened. No sound came out, but their jaws are hanging wide, like they're waiting to breathe something in. I can't look at them anymore. I can only see that thing outside the office door. It stopped 2 steps away from the door. I can see its long arm now, hanging down past its knees. Its fingers, if that's what they are, reach the metal grating. They curl slightly, then straighten again. It hasn't touched the door. It's just standing there. I think it's listening. The voices in my head have changed. They're whispering faster now, but quieter. overlapping. Some of them sound like they're trying to calm me down. Others sound angry. It's like they're arguing with each other. I don't know what they're saying. I just know that all of it is pulling at me. Like every part of me is being tugged apart from the inside. I whispered my name again, louder. Liam. 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 It stopped moving. The hum slowed down. The voices went silent. It's still there. Just 2 steps from the door. But it's waiting again. I can hear something outside. Not the hum. Not the voices. A new sound. Deep. Far away. Like a long roll of thunder. The same sound from the school last night. The figure tilts its head again. It leans back slightly. Then it straightens. It's leaving. It turns away from the door and glides back across the catwalk. I can't breathe. I don't dare breathe. The hum fades as it goes down the stairs. The slower it moves, the quieter the sound gets. I waited a long time after the metal went silent. I don't know why that sound, whatever it is, makes them leave. I don't know if it's something bigger, something worse. But they're gone. For now. The still bodies on the floor below haven't moved. Their heads are still tilted up. Their mouths still hanging open. I'm not going to sleep tonight. Not after that. I'm just going to sit here in this office, holding the mic, and talk until the sun comes up or the generator dies. If you can hear this, I'm still alive. I don't know for how much longer, but I am. The hum stopped sometime before dawn. I didn't sleep. I just sat there, my back locked against the cabinet, waiting for it to come back. I kept my eyes on the cracks in the glass. The sky on the other side never turned black. It just faded into that pale gray that means morning now. A sick color. Colorless. The river outside looks still again. Nothing moves on the far bank. Whatever was out there last night is gone. I waited until there was enough light to see the shape of my hands. My arms ache from holding this mic close all night. My throat feels torn. I haven't heard the metal stairs for hours, but I keep expecting it to start again. I'm going down there now. I pushed the cabinet away from the door as slow as I could. It squealed a little on the floor. I waited after every sound. When I finally got it moved, I opened the door just a crack and looked out. The catwalk was empty. The only marks were the prints left in the dust from where it had been. The prints aren't like feet. They're longer. They don't have toes. They look like 2 lines pressed into the metal, dragging forward. I stepped onto the catwalk. It shuddered under my weight. Every sound felt like a signal. I went down the stairs slow, 1 step at a time. The railings were cold under my hands. The warehouse floor is huge. Every sound echoes. The 3 bodies that were standing there last night are still there. They haven't moved. I stopped 10 feet away from the first one. I thought maybe they were dead. But when I got closer, I could see the shallow rise and fall of their chest. They're breathing. Slow. Like they're asleep on their feet. Their heads are tilted all the way back, their eyes open, staring straight at the ceiling. The whites of their eyes are bloodshot. Their mouths are open, but there's no sound. No saliva. Their lips are cracked. I whispered to them. I asked if they could hear me. They didn't answer. I waved my hand in front of their face. Nothing. I stepped around to the side to look at their eyes. There's nothing there. They don't move. They don't blink. It's like looking at a mannequin. I reached out and touched the shoulder of one of them. It was warm. Warm like a living person. The moment I did, I heard the faintest sound. Not from their mouth. From inside my head. It was so small, but it was there. A single word. Join. I pulled my hand away and stumbled back. Their bodies swayed just a little, but they didn't fall. They just returned to that stillness. I think they're awake in there, somewhere, locked inside their own head. That's what happens when you let them in. I don't know if there's a way back from it. The floor around them is covered in that gray dust. When I crouched down to look at it, I saw lines in it. Little thin trails, almost like something crawled through it. I followed the trails to the edge of the warehouse. They go straight to the big loading door and then out into the street. I'm scared that if I stay here, I'll end up like them. Standing in a line, waiting for the hum to tell me where to go next. I don't have much food left. 2 bottles of water, no fuel. I think I have to leave before night comes again. I climbed back up to the office to grab my bag. My legs feel like they're made of lead. Every step feels heavier than it did last night. Looking out over the river one last time, I can see something far out over the water. It's high in the sky, almost hidden by the haze. A shape. It isn't moving fast. It's barely moving at all. I can't look at it for long. The more I stare, the more I feel that pull again. I've got to keep my head down. I don't know where to go next. Maybe further away from the city. The warehouses won't keep me safe tonight. I'm going to wait until the sun is higher. Then I'll leave. If anyone can hear this, I'll be moving west. If you hear this signal again, that's where I'll be heading. Away from the river. Away from Dayton. I don't know if there's anywhere safer out there, but I can't stay here. This city is a graveyard. I left the warehouse just after midday. The air was heavy, thicker than yesterday, like the weight of it was pushing down on everything. The light never sharpened. Even with the sun straight overhead, there were no real shadows, only a kind of dim glow that made everything look flat, like a picture that had been left out in the rain and faded. I walked fast at first, just to get away from that building. Every step I took, I expected to hear the hum start again, but it hasn't yet. I can still feel it, though, like an echo in my ribs. It never leaves. The road out of the warehouse district is empty. Every door is open. Every window broken. It looks like everyone in the city left in the same moment and never came back. The only sound is my boots hitting the pavement. Even that doesn't sound right. It sounds like the ground is hollow. The cars here are all dead. Some are sideways across the street. Some have smashed into poles or each other. Their hoods are still up, like people thought they could fix what happened by looking at engines that would never start again. I found a backpack in one of them, lying on the front seat. There were crackers and an empty water bottle inside. The crackers tasted like dust, but I ate them anyway. Further down, the houses get smaller and the trees thin out. The air smells worse out here. It's a sour, chemical smell, mixed with that faint burned scent that has been everywhere since this started. I passed a gas station. Its roof had collapsed. The pumps are covered in gray dust. I went inside hoping for anything, but the shelves were bare. There's graffiti on the walls. We see them everywhere. It was scrawled big, with some of the letters running down like whoever wrote it was in a hurry. After that, the road turns into an open stretch, fields on both sides. The fields are strange. No color. The grass is gray-green and brittle. When the wind moves through it, it doesn't bend like normal. It just snaps. And the sky. I keep my eyes down, but I can feel it. Like there's something big up there that never goes away. Like the whole sky is watching. I came across something that made me stop for a long time. In the middle of the road, there's a school bus. It's empty. The windows are shattered and the seats are torn apart. On the side, scratched into the yellow paint with something sharp, there are lines. Dozens of them. Thin, shallow cuts. Like tally marks. They go all the way from the back of the bus to the front. Inside, the walls are covered in drawings. Kids' drawings, but wrong. Stick figures with long arms. Houses with black shapes standing over them. A sky full of streaks. The same thing I saw in that notebook in the school yesterday. I stayed in there for a while, just looking. But the silence got too thick, and I couldn't stay. The road out here is full of signs that something huge passed through. Long grooves cut into the asphalt, drag marks, whole patches of pavement that look melted, like something hot pressed down on it. I keep stopping to listen, because I swear sometimes I hear a sound way out there in the fields. Not close. Far. A faint scrape. The strangest thing is that I haven't seen a single bird, not even a crow. Not one. After a few hours, the houses started again. These ones are spaced out more. Big front yards. Most of the doors are hanging open. I tried one, thinking maybe there'd be water inside, but the air hit me as soon as I stepped in. It smelled like mold and something else. Something old. There was a calendar on the wall. The date was still set to the day everything stopped. 10 days ago. It feels like 10 years. I keep thinking about the people in the warehouse, the ones who just stand there, breathing. I wonder how many are standing like that in these houses, behind these doors, waiting. The farther out I walk, the worse the ground looks. It's dry, cracked. The grass is turning to a gray powder. The trees are thin and the leaves are curling up like burned paper. I don't know how far I'll go before night. I have to find somewhere strong enough to keep them out. But out here, there's nothing but houses with broken doors and barns with holes in the walls. There's an old water tower ahead, rusty and bent, but tall. Maybe I can climb it. Maybe I can see if there's anything alive around here before the dark comes. I don't like being this exposed. I can feel the open space pressing against my back. It feels like I'm a mark on a blank page, and anything can see me from miles away. I need to keep moving west. I keep telling myself that if I get far enough, maybe the hum won't reach me. Maybe it only covers the cities. But I don't believe it. If you can hear this, I'll be in the farmhouses by nightfall. If I can't find a place to stay, I'll try to make it to the water tower. The air feels heavier again. It's almost like the hum is about to start. I'll keep the mic on until I can't walk anymore. I'm standing at the base of the tower now. It's bigger than I thought when I first saw it in the distance. The legs are tall and rusted, and they creak when the wind hits them. There's a ladder bolted to one of the legs. It goes straight up, no cage around it. The tank at the top is bent, like something big clipped it a long time ago. I've been sitting here for 15 minutes just staring up at it, trying to decide if it's worth the risk. My arms are tired. My head feels heavy. If I get halfway up and the hum starts, I don't know if I'll be able to hang on. But I need to see. I need to know what's ahead. I've got the mic tied around my neck so it won't fall. My bag is slung over my back. I'm going up now. The metal is cold under my hands. Each rung shakes when I put my weight on it. The rust flakes stick to my palms. My boots clang on the steps. The sound is too loud, too sharp in this quiet. I've been climbing for a few minutes now. My arms are burning. My shoulders feel like they're going to come out of their sockets. I keep stopping to press my forehead against the rung and breathe. The wind up here is stronger, colder. It cuts through my jacket and chills the sweat on my back. I don't look down. If I look down, I don't know if I'll keep going. I'm almost at the platform now. The metal is thinner here. It shifts under my hands. I made it. I'm on the platform. My legs are shaking so bad that I had to sit for a minute with my back against the tank just to keep from falling. I can see everything from up here. The city behind me looks smaller than it did from the ground. From here, Dayton looks like it's been drained. No color anywhere. Just gray blocks and black roads. The river is a dull strip of metal running through the middle. To the west, it's worse. The fields go on for miles. Every bit of green is gone. The land is patchy, gray, torn up with long scars where something huge dragged across it. I can see lines in the ground, like the marks I saw in the asphalt, but stretched for miles. I can see groups of them too. From up here, they look like long, thin sticks standing in the open, perfectly straight. There are dozens of them scattered across the fields. They don't move fast, but even from here I can tell they're moving. They glide like shadows cast on water. The more I stare, the more of them I see. There's no safe way west. No clear path. I turned and looked to the north. Same thing. Scattered groups. Some of them closer to the horizon. To the south, there's a stretch of forest, but I can see gaps in the trees, like something big has already been through there. And the east, back toward the river and the city, there's no going back. I don't know if there's anywhere left untouched. I looked up. I shouldn't have. The sky? There's something there. Not a ship, not a shape you can describe. It's like the air itself is bending, like there's something huge up there pressing down, and the haze is just the shadow of it. If I look too long, my eyes blur. It's so far away, but it feels close. I had to grab the rail because my legs started to give out. My head filled with a sound so low I couldn't hear it, but I felt it, like someone pushing me down into the platform. I shut my eyes and counted. I don't even know what number I reached. When I opened them, I kept my eyes on the ground and not on the sky. From up here, you can see the still people too. They're scattered across the fields, just like in the warehouse. Some alone, some in small groups, standing, heads tilted back. I don't think they even need the hum to pull them anymore. They just stay. I don't know if there's anywhere safe to walk now. The wind is stronger up here. It makes the tower sway. I can feel the vibration of it through my boots. I think I need to climb down. There's no good in staying up here. All it does is show me how far this goes. Before I leave, I want to say something in case I don't get the chance later. If you can hear this, don't look up. Don't listen when the voices use someone you love. And if you see them standing in a field or a street, still and silent, keep moving. They're gone. I'm going to head toward the tree line in the south. Maybe I can hide there until night, If the hum starts before I get down, I don't know if I'll make it. I'm starting to climb now. The ladder shakes with every step. I'm keeping my head down. I'll talk again when my feet are on the ground, if I'm still able to.